Let's talk about this big blade I'm holding in my hand and the purposes for self-defense and even home defense. My name is Jason Hanson. I'm a former CIA officer, and you might recognize me from Fox News or Shark Tank or the NBC Today Show. Before we go into this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and all that jazz. But let's talk about the Kukri.
Please welcome back former CIA officer Jason Hanson.
Former CIA Jason Hanson.
This handsome fella is Jason Hanson.
This is Jason Hanson, former CIA guy.
This is the blade used by the Gurkha Nepalese warriors. They've been using it for hundreds of years. It is a great blade. It is a large blade, and I like it. I have it in every single bug out bag I own. I have used this, fortunately, only around when I've been out in the woods, when I've been doing some kind of training, or the last time I used it, you can probably see a little ash still on it here, is I was moving some logs around in the fire. So it is very practical when it comes to wilderness survival, when it comes to, heaven forbid, I'm out in the middle of nowhere and need my bug out bag, maybe build a shelter, chop down some small trees, all that kind of stuff. So I love it. It's great. I recommend you have one. Now, when it comes to home defense, I train a lot of people. Not everybody loves guns as I do. I totally realize that. I do have two guns on my nightstand. Right now it's probably a SIG P226 and a Glock 19, or it may be a Walther Creed. It doesn't matter. One of those guns is always rotating around. So I do love guns. It is my number one self-defense weapon is a gun. But as I said, I train a lot of people who they aren't comfortable with guns, or maybe they live in an apartment complex and they're worried about over-penetration through the walls, or maybe they're staying in a hotel room, and again, over-penetration in a hotel room is very, very serious, and they want to use a big blade. So this is a good one to use. Has a great intimidation factor, meaning somebody breaks in your house at 3 a.m., you're standing to the top of the stairs, which is the choke point, protect your wife, your kids, meaning that criminal, if he comes up the top of the stairs and tries to get past you, he could get to your wife and kids, so you're the person who stops him. So great intimidation factor. Hopefully that criminal, if they did break in and saw you, they'd go choose an easier victim. But if not, you gotta be prepared to use it. The best part is, it is a giant knife. It's, idiot-proof to use. You're gonna hold it like you would hold a regular knife, meaning we're not doing any of this reverse blade like ninja stuff that looks cool in the movies. If you saw this lying on your kitchen table, you are picking it up and holding it, normally like you would pick up any kind of knife. So that's simple. You can see that we've got good reach, which is awesome, meaning it's not a tiny blade, so we can reach out here and we have a good extension if, heaven forbid, we had to use it to protect ourselves, to protect our family during a home invasion or whatnot. Now, this is my buddy Bob. And as I was grabbing Bob today, I noticed below him, and you probably can't see it, he had a lot of stab wounds, which means my 8-year-old son, he's not 18, he's 8. 8-year-old son got one of my knives lying around and started stabbing Bob, which doesn't make me happy because Bob is not cheap. And now he has a lot of stabs in him, so yeah, that's not great. Back to Bob being our dummy for now. If you are using this, remember the carotid artery here. So if you're going here, that is going to demotivate the person, which is always a good thing. Also, let me make sure you can see it. Right here, we've got the waistline. If you come with a nice slash right across the waistline, that opens things up and intestines start to pour out. Again, a pretty good demotivator. So this is not a weapon you're going to come out and stab and do stuff like this. This is a slashing type of weapon, and everybody in the world knows how to slash. So it's not something where you need to have a black belt and take 30 years of ninja training. So you can come up here, you can slash this side of the neck with a forearm slash. You can come here with a backhand slash. You can do forearm right across here at the belt. You can come backhand right across to the belt. You can also go up, meaning you can go to the legs where the femoral artery is, and people bleed out quickly from that, and you can go up here. So it really doesn't take much training. And of course, if this guy puts up a hand to block you when you're coming up here, well, that hand won't be there very, very long. So I highly recommend you get one of these. If you want one, go to freespyblade.com. We'll also put the link below. Hopefully you're only going to use it like I have for wilderness survival, for pushing around logs, or maybe even hacking out of the snow, which I had to do once. You can also bash out a window if, heaven forbid, you were trapped in a vehicle. I hope you don't have to use it for self-defense, but if for some reason you're not comfortable with firearms, maybe you know somebody who isn't comfortable with firearms, maybe it's a young person, college kid or whatever, get them one of these, show them the simple moves. Hey, it's a slashing weapon. That's all you got to know. Hold on tight to this grip. That way when you're coming through and slashing, it doesn't slip out of your hands. It has a nice rubber grip, so it holds in there anyways. Add into your bug out bags, add into your vehicle survival kits. It's a lot of fun too when you go out hacking stuff, if you have a lot of underbrush and growth and all that. And that's pretty much it on it. There's not I don't need to go into like an hour-long tutorial about the Kukri. Again, freespyblade.com. My name is former CIA officer Jason Hanson. Make sure you like, subscribe, have a wonderful rest of the day, and go buy some gear because gear is awesome.